Coastline Kids! I am Michael and we are back. Not team, we're back. The video's back, get it? We've had a couple of weeks away, but we're here and better than ever, of course. It's a brand new term, a brand new series inspired by the movie Encanto. And we're looking at spiritual gift. It is all very exciting. I've got some clips actually to show you today of Sunday's messy game, which was so funny. You're gonna absolutely love it. I'll play those for you at the end of the video. First though, I have a little question for you. My question is, what is the church? Do you think you know what the church is? A lot of people think that they know what the church is, but they've actually got it wrong. A lot of people think that the church is a building, but actually it's not. It's us, it's you and me. We are the church. Have you ever done that thing where you go like, hang on, let me figure it out. You go like this, right? And you go, here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, and here's all the people. A lot of people think that this first bit, the church with the doors and the steeple, that's the church, but it's not really the church. Is the bit in the middle, us, the people here. So, if you are sat in the room with someone else, even if they're not listening or they've got headphones in, right? This is really gonna confuse them, it will be great. Turn to the person in the room and say, point at them in fact, and say, you are the church, okay? Did you do it? Did they think you were weird? Of course you did. Great, great, great. If you didn't have anyone in the room, don't worry, I'm also in the room on my own. You don't have to miss out. Stand up, point at yourself and say, I am the church! Great. Who likes the film Encanto then? I absolutely love it. And I was watching it recently, and do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the church. So, not the building, but the people. Well, how did it remind me of the church then? In the Bible, in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12, it actually talks about gifts. It says in verse 7, a spiritual gift is given to each of us so that we can help each other. I'll say that again, a spiritual gift is given to each of us so that we can help each other. Now, everyone in the church has different gifts, just like in the movie Encanto, the madrigals each have their different gifts, don't they? Now, our gifts are slightly different, aren't they? We can't, do the sort of shape-shifting and all that business, but we can use our gifts to help each other, which is the same as what the madrigals do. They use their gifts to help the town. Some people have the gift of encouraging, or maybe the gift of leading or giving, or maybe you're great at football, or great at making friends, or all sorts of gifts. There are actually loads of different gifts. And you know what? You might think maybe one is better than another, but that's not the case. We need them all to be the best church we can be. Now then, I have a little challenge for you. I'd like to imagine that your whole body is just one big mouth, right? Imagine it. Picture the scene. It's a bit weird, I know. Now imagine that you want to eat a chocolate bar. Easy, right? That's what you're thinking. Easy. I'm a mouth. I can definitely eat a chocolate bar. Wrong! Where is the chocolate bar? If you don't have eyes, then you can't see the chocolate bar, right? You're not gonna be able to eat it if you can't see it to find it to know where it is to eat it. Right, I'll help you out though, I'll help you out. The chocolate bar is over the other side of the room. So hang on a minute, if you're just a mouth, how are you gonna walk over to the chocolate bar to get it to eat it? Okay, I know, I'll help you out again. I'll give you the chocolate bar directly. There you go, here's a chocolate bar. Now you can eat it, you big mouth. Well, wrong again. The chocolate bar has a wrapper on it. If you don't have hands, and you're just a big mouth, how are you gonna take the wrapper off? You can't. Or you're just gonna have to eat the wrapper, which is, that's disgusting, isn't it? It would be a pretty big problem if we only had one body part. The Bible talks about this too. 1 Corinthians 12 verse 12 says, the human body has many parts, but the many parts make up one whole body. So it is with the body of Christ. Then it goes on to say in the Bible in verse 17 to 19, if the whole body were an eye, well, how would you hear? Or if the whole body were an ear, how would you smell anything? Our bodies have many parts, and God has put each part just where he wants it. How strange a body would be if it had only one part. So, what are your gifts? What are you really good at? We're going to be looking at some different gifts over the next few weeks in Coastline Kids, and hopefully we'll find some stuff that you are really good at. Let's start though by asking Jesus, from the off, what our gifts are by catching from him. Now, if you've not done this before, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's usually pretty unimpressive. When we catch from Jesus, and that's like hearing from him, it's often just a thought or a picture or a Bible verse or a song or something that pops into our head. And to be honest, you might be thinking, well, how do I know that I've caught from Jesus? Maybe it's just me thinking it. And the truth is, You never really know, right? I've never, I don't think, been 100% sure that something I've caught is from Jesus, unless I've told someone and they've gone, yeah, that sounds like it's from him. But as I've practiced more and more, I've got more used to when there's something sounds like it might be from Jesus versus when something sounds like it's just from my own head. The golden rule is this, right? If it's good, it might be from God. If it's bad, it is not from God. And then, well, if you're still unsure then, is it in the Bible? That's a good test, isn't it? If it is in the Bible, it might be from God. If it's not, it probably isn't, is it? Finally, if you're still not sure, you could ask one of your friends who knows Jesus too, or your adults. And if they think it sounds right too, I reckon we can be pretty sure that it's from God. So, are you ready to catch? Yeah, I thought so. Right, we're going to ask Jesus, what are we good at? Jesus, what am I good at? What are my gifts? So why don't you close your eyes, open out your hands like you're ready to catch, and then ask Jesus, Jesus, what am I good at? What are my gifts? And just while we wait, we're just waiting to see if we get any idea, any thoughts, any pictures, anything pop into our heads. Maybe if you haven't quite got it yet, why don't you ask again? Spend some time waiting again. Jesus, what am I good at? What would you say my gifts are? Now, if you haven't caught anything at all, don't worry. Don't worry if you just drawn a blank. Don't worry about that. But I wonder if you did catch something. I wonder what he told you. What you might want to do now, you might want to grab a piece of paper, right? Pause the video and write down or draw any of the gifts that Jesus told you have. Or if you didn't get anything from that, or maybe you just want to do this as well, any gifts and things that you know that you are good at. Things that your friends have told you, things that you think about yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm pretty good at dancing. Cool. Why don't you pause the video and do that? Amazing, right, it is great to be back, isn't it? I'm so excited to find out what your gifts are, what my gifts are. Now, let's see what happened when our new character, Keith the Magnificent, got some of our leaders to play a game called Creamy Catching, where they had to put whipped cream on their hand, smack it up in the air, and then catch it in their mouths. 3, 2, 1, catch it! Brilliant, it is such a good game, isn't it? I love the way it just went splat all over their faces. Right, I'll see you back here next week, or even better, Coastline Kids on Sunday morning. See you then, bye-bye.